Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. It's Saturday afternoon, so it means it's another video with Richard. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ian. How are you on this rather dull but muggy day?
Yeah, it's dull and muggy here. The windows are open, so if you hear cars going up and down, tough.
Tough. If you hear a lawnmower going out there, forget about it as well.
Yeah. Anyway, today, I think before we start, we planned this ages ago, this Rockpile connected one. And the time of recording, unfortunately, Dave Edmonds is in hospital at the moment, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah. I didn't know until you told me. Just
well, it was Dave that told me.
Yeah.
Because he obviously, Dave knows more about what I'm doing in the week than what I do sometimes. So he told me. So yeah, so we are doing anything connected with Rockpile, and we set a certain rule that 3 members of Rockpile had to be playing on the song.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've got it right, but the trouble with Rockpile is they appear anywhere, and
yes, I know, and you don't get exact credits on certain songs. So I think I'm okay with my top 10 anyway.
Yeah, I think I am. I did think so. As usual, Richard will go first, and I'll go second. And I've got 5 bubbling unders today.
I've got 6 million, but I'm only going to take about 5 or 6. Okay, right.
So.
Starting off, my number 10 is actually a Billy Bremner song under the pseudonym of Billy Murray, and it's from Dave Edmonds' Tracks on Wax 4, Trouble Boys, which I think is a magnificent little rockabilly number. I don't understand why he always went under Bill Murray. He did that with The Creature from the Black Lagoon as well. But there's a great little video on YouTube whenever they perform it on the Kenny Everett show. It's a bit grainy looking, but it's fantastic because they're singing away and Nick is banging away in the bass and all these teddy boys are dancing around with the girls. By the way, what's a teddy girl called? Is it a teddy girl or what?
Oh.
I have no idea. But it's absolutely fantastic and it gets my number 10 from Dave Edmonds. Tracks on Wax 4.
Yes, that's a good album anyway, and that's yeah. I mean, a lot of these are going to be rock and roll, rockabilly tracks, I think.
They are.
Okay, well, my number 10 actually comes from the Rockpile album itself. Sounds of Pleasure, 1980.
Yeah,
right. And it's a thing called A Knife and Fork.
I don't like that.
I like its ploddy melodic. Dun, 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 dun. I like songs like that.
It's quite a blues, almost bluesy type.
Yeah, I think that's why I like it, because it's quite bluesy.
Yeah,
and I know you're not a great lover of.
I'm not a big fan, no, not. But no, it's good that somebody appreciates it.
Yeah,
so it is. Okay, my number 9 is also from the Seconds of Pleasure album, and it's written by Lowe and Rockpile, but it's actually a Nick Lowe song because there's a demo of it on the Nick Lowe Wilderness Years from 1975, and Nick Lowe also re-recorded it as well for his Nick the Knife album, and it's sung by Billy Bremner, and it's Heart. And I think it's a real good Motownish type number, completely different to the one you picked. That's the thing about the Rockpile album; it's so varied. But Heart is absolutely brilliant. The Supremes could have sung it, so they could. It's a magnificent song. And whenever I saw Nick Lowe live in 2012, he played it on the acoustic guitar. I think this version is the best version. It's better than Nick's own sort of reggae type version from 1982. But, it's a Billy Bremner singing it, but it's a Nick Lowe song, so it's my number 9.
Good choice. It is, that's one thing about that Sounds of Pleasure. It's got everything on it.
Yeah, it does.
From nice ballads to rock and roll to rockabilly to a little bit of blues. It's just mixed up, but it's done in such a way that makes it such a good album. Okay, my number nine's it's pretty obvious. This one, 1977 single for Dave Edmunds, and it's "I Knew the Bride."
Yeah, brilliant track.
A brilliant track. It's rock and roll, and at the heart of it. And even Status Quo did a version of that as a B-side, and it was a very good version of it. And there's a lot of Quo have done quite a few of Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe songs when they've done covers. They must be big fans. I know they're sort of get on with each other, so why not? I just love "I Knew the Bride" when she used to rock and roll. I love the lyrics. I love the guitar work on it. It's just a super. And it should have got higher than number 26, but there you go.
I remember it in the charts. And
Yeah.
my brother bought the single, and I was delighted because I absolutely loved it. It is a Nick Lowe song, obviously, and he plays it live on the Live Stiffs album. He also did recorded it on his own album from 1984, I think, The Rose of England. But Dave Edmunds, fantastic version. Well, my number 8 is from the Jesus of Cool album, the Nick Lowe album. And the reason why I'm certain that Rockpile played this, it's written with Dave Edmunds, Nick Lowe and Dave Edmunds. And it's the acoustic Little Hitler, which was a single in its own right. And I think it's a very Beach Boys type song. I think it's brilliant. It's a wash with backing vocals, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful song. It's extremely melodic, and it should have been a hit, but never was. And funny enough, the B-side was an original version of a song I'm going to come to later, and I'll reference back to Little Hitler whenever it comes up. So that's my number 8, is Little Hitler.
Yeah, we might be mentioning Little Hitler at some stage.
Okay.
Okay, my number 8 is another single from 1974. Top 10 single, got to number 4. It's Girls Talk. I know I'm predictable, but what another great track.
Yeah, that is a good song. So
I remember watching it on Top of the Pops.
Yeah. I think Elvis Costello was a bit annoyed with himself that he gave that away.
Yes.
Because he actually gave it away. Dave Edmunds, Rockpile, recorded it. And whenever he found it was a big hit, Elvis recorded it himself and put it on one of the B-sides. I'm not too sure which one, but it was after the Rockpile version. It is a really, really good song. And I think Elvis sort of shot himself in the foot there and could have had a big hit himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's the whole of that Repeat When Necessary is it's got quality songs all over it, and that is one of them.
Well, my number 7, you've already mentioned it, is "I Knew the Bride." It's a brilliant track. I know you've said all there is to say about it. You know, they say it's a very Chuck Berry influence, but I don't really see it. It's a rock and roll track. So, and it's got an extremely catchy chorus, and love it to bits. So it's my number 7.
What a good track it is as well. Okay, my number 7, another single from Repeat When Necessary. Only got to number 59, and it's "Crawling from the Wreckage." I just love that up tempo. How he gets all the words in, I don't know, because it keeps going faster and faster and faster. And again, Status Quo recorded that as well.
Yeah,
it's a great track.
That's similar in a way to Girls Talk. That's Graham Parker gave him that one without recording it, and then in 2003 or 2004, Graham Parker did his own version of it on the Your Country album, which I actually prefer to Dave Edmunds because he changes it up a bit, but I still love the song, and it's an excellent choice. So it is. It should have been higher in the charts.
Yeah.
Well, my number 6, and this is a personal favorite from Nick Lowe's Labour of Lust album, and it's a track called "Dose of You." And it's on side 2. It's the second last track from the end. And there's something about it I really like. I really love the words, and I love the sort of acoustic guitar. It's a bit tempo type song. It's one that I think is kind of forgotten about, but to me, it's always stood out in that album. And if you haven't heard it, give it a listen. It's absolutely brilliant. So "Dose of You" is my number 6.
Okay, my number 6 is from Nick the Knife, so it's a Nick Lowe song,
Mm-hmm.
and it's "Stick It Where the Sun
So,
Don't
sure.
Shine."
Yeah.
What a brilliant track! I love the tongue-in-cheek lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's written about an ex-girlfriend or anything, but it's yeah. He's been a bit of a bitch.
I know that Dave Edmonds is definitely not on that, I don't think, but I think the other two guys are on,
Yeah, Billy Bremner's.
and Terry Williams. So there you go. Good choice. Very good choice, actually.
Yeah, it's just one of them deep cut tracks that
It
no
is.
one seems to
That's a
remember.
brilliant album. That's one of my favourite Nick Lowe albums. Is Nick the Knife. I think it's fantastic. Well, my number 5 is B-side, and it was a B-side twice, but it was originally recorded by Brinsley Schwarz for their final album, which never came out. And it's a little country track written by Nick Lowe and Dave Edmonds, and it's called As Lovers Do, which I've always loved. It was originally the B-side of Here Comes the Weekend, rock and roll number itself, and it then became the B-side of Crawling from the Wreckage, which is where I first heard it, and I just think it's magnificent. It's a sort of a very mid-tempo, bouncy country little number, and works so well. It should have been on one of his albums, without a doubt, and it's just one of my favourites. And As Lovers Do is my number 5.
Yes, I've heard that song. It's a little bit different for them, but that there was such fine musicians. They could turn their hands to anything. I
Yeah.
think. Okay, my number 5 is a track off the tracks on Wax, and It's Never Been Loved.
That is very good. That is an excellent song.
A fabulous song.
Yeah, I think that was only a B-side as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's some great. Again, that's an album that's just got no filler on it at all, and that to me is one of the outstanding tracks. I just love it. That sound he gets on that guitar, it's just nothing like it, is there? It's
No,
proper pub rock, isn't it? It's just that tones that it's got that nice. It's on the lead guitar, but it's got that bass tone on it that really does make
Mhm.
you.
no, that's a really good choice. I don't even have that as my bubbling under. I'm ashamed. I should have. It's not there, but excellent choice. Well, my number 4 is cover version and is written by Hank DeVito, and I've always loved Queen of Hearts from the Repeat When Necessary album, and I even love Just Newton's version as well. When she recorded it about a year later, I actually do like Just Newton. I think she's actually a good performer, but catchy as hell. I don't think I've actually heard the original, if there is an original, but yeah. It's just very acoustic. It's got a slight Buddy Holly sound to it as well. And it's just an absolutely fantastic song, a really good pop song. And that's my number 4, Queen of Hearts.
You might hear that very, very soon.
Right.
I think there's going to be a few repeats today. Okay, my number 4, 1979, and number 12 single for Nick Lowe, "Cruel to Be Kind."
Yeah,
Brilliant song. One of his best songs, I think.
it is. That was co-written with Ian Gone, and that the original Brinsley Schwarz version, which was supposed to be on their last album,
Yeah.
ended up as the B-side to Little Hitler. So it did, but it's a completely different version, and it's nowhere near as good as the version you're talking about, the hit single version. And it was a decent enough hit in America for him. And the video of it actually shows parts of Nick Lowe's wedding to Carlene Carter, and it's really, really good. So, but we may be coming to that later. So, well, my number 3 is the opener to Seconds of Pleasure, and it's Teacher Teacher.
Oh, very good.
And I think it's brilliant. It's so catchy, it's unbelievable, especially the chorus, written by Eddie Phillips and Kenny Pickett. And usually when it comes to a cover version, they let Dave sing the track, but Nick does it, and I think he does it brilliantly. And it was used on that Cameron Diaz film, which I love, Bad Teacher, just because I love Cameron Diaz. And it works so well on it as well. It's just so catchy. It's a little rock and roll number with a seriously infectious chorus and a brilliant way to open up that album in 1980. So that's my number 3, Teacher.
Yeah, they couldn't. Whoever put the music together for that film must have. It was made for that film, wasn't it? Really.
It was.
Yeah, someone thought, they've. To be quite honest, they've got to be a Rockpile fan to go, I know what song we can use.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's a great track. Okay, my number 3, you've already mentioned it. I'm not going to have to say too much about it. Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts, right? Okay. Yeah, no, without a doubt, it's brilliant. Never get
that little acoustic bit. It just
exactly. That's got the Buddy Holly type feel to it with that acoustic bit. Brilliant track. I'm talking of Buddy Holly. I think my number 2 is the most influenced by Buddy Holly, and it's a Nick Lowe, Dave Edmunds song from Tracks on Wax 4, and it's Magnificent Deborah. Absolutely brilliant, fantastic track. Really, it does sound like Buddy Holly. It is a Buddy Holly influenced song. It was a single and it failed to chart. I don't understand why, especially after he had a hit with I Knew the Bride. Deborah's even better, but it didn't chart, so it's my number 2.
Yeah, you can tell they're both influenced by Buddy Holly. It's just written all over, isn't it? You hear that? Yeah, these are Buddy Holly fans. It's a great song. It's even got a little bit of a who, isn't it? They've got every little trait that you get from a Buddy Holly song, and it is a fantastic choice. Okay, my number 2 comes from Labour of Lust. It's one of them little deep cut tracks that doesn't get much mention, and it's Switchboard Susan.
The Mickey Jupp track. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's all the Mickey did songs of theirs. It was a lot of swapping. Yeah, you have that, I'll have that. You can imagine them sitting around a table swapping songs.
You could have picked the one side of Mickey Jupp's Japanese album is all performed by Rockpile, the whole band, and Mickey Jupp. It's all right, but Switchboard Susan is hilarious, especially the lyrics.
Oh, it's just so tongue in cheek, isn't it?
I get an extension, and I don't mean our Alexander Graham Bell's invention.
Yeah, a lot of double entendre.
Yeah, ooh, Mrs.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I had to put it in. I mean, I love that track.
Well, my number 1, and I'm being boring, but this is an absolutely brilliant pop song, and you've already had it, and it's Cruel to Be Kind. I just think it's magnificent. I think it's just absolutely brilliant, catchy as hell, and as I say, it's far better than the original proposed Brinsley Schwartz version, which is actually quite keyboardy. This is very acoustic guitar based, and I just think it's great, and it's probably Nick Lowe's. Although I love the Sound of Breaking Glass was his biggest hit, I think Cruel to Be Kind is the one people know him for the most, and quite rightly so, from Labour of Lust.
Okay, my number 1 is a cover song. It was originally done by Guy Mitchell.
Oh, of course.
And it's the one that starts off with that do 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 dun, 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 dun. It's got that Status Quo beat, and it's Dave Edmunds' version of Singing the Blues.
It is
fabulous, and it only got to number 28.
It still charted. It still did okay. It got in
Yeah,
there.
it's just a brilliant version of it. I prefer it to Guy Mitchell's without a doubt. It's just got a lot of there's a lot of overdub guitar on it, but it's just brilliant. The guitar solo is fantastic.
Yeah.
And Dave Edmunds' vocals, it goes back to when he did his I Hear You Knocking sort of sound. It's just brilliant. And I had it on single, but it got pinched.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you should be able to pick that up for...
Yeah, I'm looking for it, but it's absolutely brilliant. I know when I brought it as well, I brought it the same day I brought Matchbox, Buzz Buzz and Diddle It.
Well, that's a great song as well.
Yeah, so yeah, my number 1, Singing the Blues. It's just
good choice.
favourites. I mean, the ones I can't mention as well. I would have loved to put the saber dance in Dave Edmunds, but that's just him. And
No, you can't. No.
no, but I just love his version of the saber dance.
He does another one as well with Love Sculpture called Farandole, which is a similar type effort. Take a classical piece and make a rock instrumental out of it, and it's every bit as good. So if you ever hear Farandole, you'll love it too. Right, okay, I'm going to pick some of these. I'm not going to use them all. So my bubbling unders, Nick Lowe, Cracking Up from Labour of Lust. Really moody piece, really moody chorus, and Tom Petty actually covered it. It was a very minor hit single from his Labour of Lust album, but great song. This one I'm not too sure whether Rockpile play on it or not, and it's a track from Jesus of Cool, and it's Nutted by Reality, which is like a two-piece song. The first part is almost like a funky little number, and then it goes into a very acoustic-y type thing, almost a wee bit like Band on the Run, if you see what I mean, but a very minor version of it. I'm also picking this cover version by Simeon and Solo, and it's very status quo, and it's from the Seconds of Pleasure album, and it's You Ain't Nothing But Fine, 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 and it's sung by Billy Bremner. It's a really good song. And then I'm going to pick the B-side of I Knew the Bride, and it's another Graham Parker song, it's Back to School Days, which is magnificent, and both Edmunds and Parker's version are as good as each other. And I'm going to do three more. From Seconds of Pleasure, Now and Always, which is a duet with Nick and Dave. It's a very short song. I think it's less than 2 minutes long, or if it's just, I think it's slightly less. But it's catchy and it's got a really nice guitar to it. And then When I Write the Book from the same album, which could have sat on Labour of Lust without a doubt, and it does sound like, although it's low Rockpile, it is, I believe, a pure Nick Lowe song, and he performs it live to this day. And the last one I'm going to pick is Baby Ride Easy, Carleen Carter and Dave Edmunds with Rockpile backing. It's a country song written by Richard Dobson, and it's on her Musical Shapes album, which Rockpile play on the majority of it, if not. But so those are my 7 bubbling unders.
Yeah, I mean, she was lucky, wasn't she? She wanted to make an album, and he just got his mates to play on it.
Well, put it this way, I think Nick was lucky as well. Did you see her? Oh God, she was gorgeous. So
yeah, he was. He was a lucky. Okay, I've only got 5 bubbling unders. My first one is from the Rockpile album. Play That Fast Thing One More Time.
Yeah, that actually was a Brinsley Sports song as well from the Don't Ever Change album, and both versions are as good as each other.
Yeah, brilliant song. And then from Repeat When Necessary, I couldn't do this without having The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, one of my favourites. Okay, another track from Nick the Knife, Too Many Teardrops.
Yeah, Squeeze. That's a Nick Lowe, Carleen Carter song, and she records it on her Blue Nun album. And Squeeze actually played that live quite a few times around that time.
Okay, now we've got some you've already mentioned. Little Hitler.
Brilliant
track. Mm-hmm. And my last one is Love So Fine. You know, you're just brilliant tracks.
Oh, I don't like that one. And my 10 worst Nick Lowe song, Love So Fine's in it.
I just like
it. It's too plotty for me. I know that you like that sort of music, but that's the one that lets me down for that album. But I was a big fan. It was a big favorite for the band whenever they played live because they played it all the time.
Yeah, it seems you look on any sort of live stuff for that, you know, that's always in the set list, isn't it? And I think the crowd like it as well, don't they?
Oh, of course. It's just never been a favorite of mine.
No. Well, it's been great. I mean, for this band that I don't know why they just didn't record as Rockpile and be done with it, to be quite honest.
Do you know why? I'll tell you why they couldn't. Because Dave Edmunds had signed to Swan Song. He was supposed to have signed to Stiff originally, and then was it the one after Stiff, which was Radar. But he signed to Swan Song, which means they couldn't record together until he had his last album in, which was the one you like, Twangin' with Singing the Blues on it.
Yeah.
It actually came out after Seconds of Pleasure, but it was submitted and recorded before Seconds of Pleasure. So it meant that Seconds of Pleasure could then come out, and then they released it after that, even though it was recorded before. So it was, I believe that's the story. If
I think the way they got round it was fantastic, wasn't it?
But put it this way, I'm glad, because you wouldn't have got half the music that you got. You know, a lot of it was concentrated on Dave Edmunds, because he had Get It, he had Tracks on Wax for People Unnecessary and Twangin'. Nick Lowe really only had Jesus of Cool and Labour of Lust, which I would have liked another one with the guys, but not to be.
Yeah, you can see why they went Dave Edmunds, because he was in Love Sculpture, and then he had that number one hit.
And well, he had quite a few hits. He had Baby I Love You and Born to Be With You as well.
So he was more established, wasn't he? So you can see where they were going, but at least they all got to play on each other's albums. Anyway, it's been a fantastic one to do, especially if you like me and Richard like this style of pub rock, really.
It basically is, yeah. It's pub rock with a rock and roll twist.
Okay, we're not quite sure what we're doing next time, and I've got to discuss with some other people about doing another tier rankings. So there'll be something in a couple of weeks' time, no doubt. Sure. So it leaves me to say it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from M.
Oh, you got it right. Brilliant stuff. So we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Right. Bye.